Welcome back. Okay. I don't know what that's all about. I don't have beef with anyone, so it's kind of scary. So, alright, without further ado, let's get to our story of the day. So, upon coming upon this channel and doing some research, this video has taken a turn because after researching, it kind of seemed like in the beginning to me, I found the video and it's little lunchbox, please don't cancel me. In the beginning of coming down this rabbit hole, I found, well, let's get into a little bit of Little Lunchbox and then we'll go from there. Little Lunchbox is a YouTuber, Twitch streamer, has her own Etsy shop, Instagram, and also has a OnlyFans. Now, without further ado, like I said, please do not send Little Lunchbox any mean-spirited comments or any negative comments on here, because as I fell down the rabbit hole, Little Lunchbox is going through some things, suffers from depression, and I kind of found all this out as, you know, I was going through the content, unraveling things. So when I first found this, I thought, wow, this is somebody trolling hard. What is going on here? Let's just get into a little bit of Little Lunchbox, and then I will show you the first video I found. And yeah. So Little Lunchbox has her own lifestyle and her own little, basically you can join her lifestyle. She runs with a lingo. It is like anything starts with a C is her clown lingo. Her aesthetic is like a clown aesthetic, basically. She dresses up, wears makeup, and, you know, she has a thing called the 10.5 Commandments. You can join her lifestyle. She has a website and everything. People get on there. You know, she has quite the little following, and her following is called Lunchables. Being part of the lifestyle is wearing makeup specifically like a clown and not giving a what people think about you. Okay. Sorry, I've got notes and notes and notes here. So upon coming onto the video, excuse me, Little Lunchbox's name is Bria. Bria was born in 1993 and always, it's gonna be one of them days, ain't it, guys? Little Lunchbox has always wanted to be a clown. Sorry if I keep looking down. I have some notes here and things. Sugar Bear's got a little possum that's got a squeaker, and hopefully if I just, you know... So, Little Lunchbox also calls her haters claters. The thing about Little Lunchbox is, basically, Little Lunchbox to me... Hold on. Sugar Bear, go. I love you too, Pumpkin. You'll see him in a little bit. You can see him in the next video. Go on, Shug. So, Go, Shug. I love you too. You'll see him in the next video we're going to do. Okay, so Little Lunchbox has basically always wanted to be a clown. Ever since she was young, she recalls she wanted to be a clown. Her family and society has shamed her. She feels that because her sister is in college and her family thinks that she's not normal. So, upon started digging through, I mean, I've got notes and notes and notes here, and upon going through it at first, the first video, we're going to watch the first video that I ever found, and like I said, I thought, you know, is this person trolling? What have we got into? You know, what have we gotten into here? So, you know, I didn't know what to think, to be honest. I really genuinely thought that she was trolling. But then as more as I dug and dug and dug and fell down the Little Lunchbox rabbit hole, it seemed to be that, let's just watch the first video that I found, and then you'll kind of see it first. While I was like, What did I run into? Without further ado, hopefully this doesn't get your fair maiden in trouble. Like I said, please keep it. Your fair maiden is under the claydar, as little lunchbox would say. So let's go ahead. Now, mind you, this is the first video I ever found.
I'm really, really sorry, and I'm never, ever, ever gonna do it again. I promise. I promise. I'm really sorry. Just please, please, please don't cancel me. Please. Please. Please.
Sorry.
Today I went on Facebook and I made a post. I said something that was rude, and now I am toast. I said I hope.
Okay, we're not going to get into the rest of the song, but Little Lunchbox left somebody a comment talking about their mother, and I was like, yow. Not nice in any shape, way, or form, but that was the first video that I ever found. So, you know, as a genuine, as people do, and this is the ugly, you know, perception of, you know, judging a book by its cover. In no way, shape, listen to me, am I condoning what she said to this person. I think it was very horrible. I don't condone that. But, rewind back to what I said, Little Lunchbox is dealing, and that's no excuse. So, I had gained I was like, man, that was really mean of her, you know, which is still no excuse to things she said. If you want to go watch that song, it's Please Don't Cancel Me. Excuse me, it's a song that she made. And no means, yes, it was totally mean what she said to somebody, not condoning it at all. But I was like, man, what a crappy thing to say to somebody, you know, not cool, this person. So, okay, I'm still in the rabbit hole. I'm still going down. So, like I said, I do not condone anything that she said in the song. Then I started to dig more and more and more, and I started to notice that basically Little Lunchbox, let's just here. I had all this ready. Okay. Let's see. This is her video 2 years ago, and we'll get into that. And then we're just going to, I've got notes written down. We're not going to be jumping all over the place, but I kind of want to give you like a, I didn't know what and where it was this, you know, somebody that was trolling in the wild world of YouTube. You know, you've got great people and then you've got trolls. So, you know, I didn't know what to expect. So without further ado, let's get into this.
I am not Pennywise. I am not like those other clowns who you despise. I am my own woman. I am my own beautiful self. I am not every clown who you have ever encountered in a dark alley on October 31st. I am not that clown who jumped out of the bushes and scared the shit out of you. I am not that clown who kept you up past 12 a.m. when your mother told you not.
So you get the drift. So a lot of the videos that I found, I'm like, what am I getting into here? Is this somebody literally just trolling? And then the more I dug into it, let's get into the whole beginning. Okay. Hold on, okay. So basically, Little Lunchbox, like I said, had always wanted to be a clown. And I really started digging deep into this and like, okay, is this really somebody trolling? No, this is somebody that really has a passion for a clown. But, you know, society perception, you know, you go around dressing, you know, even I've had comments, you guys know, made on my videos wearing Halloween costumes that people took that as, you know, the way that I looked. Even if I dress like this every day, I guess you still shouldn't judge a book by its cover is what I'm saying. So, society shamed her. So, I started noticing a trend that Little Lunchbox was very depressed. Little Lunchbox was lost almost. Um, she would dress normal and she would take pictures. I went through a lot of different things, and you could literally see in her eyes that she was miserable. You could see in her eyes whether she was smiling, whether she was frowning. She just looked miserable. So let's get into the back history and kind of go down the lines of what happened and, get into our story here. So, Little Lunchbox basically was, like I said, her parents were into the clownery, all of that. So, in 2012, Little Lunchbox began to dibble in black arts, black magic. She claims that her life improved. These are all alleged things that I've gathered. None of these are facts. These are just things that I've gathered. She has put out there. I'm not stating any of these. I'm not stating this is true. This is just alleged facts that I have gathered. So, this is all alleged. I'm not trying to paint a picture, but this is what I've gathered. So, anyway, excuse me. I do apologize, guys. My throat is just, So, like I said, so in 2012, she began to dabble in black arts and black magic. She claims her life improved and claims that her life was improved for a while. Well, then she claims that the pain came back 3 times harder. Started spiraling downwards, and it was worse, getting worse. Then she met a man named Robin that was in Sweden. Well, as she proclaims that Robin saved her. It gave her something to look forward to, somebody that had her back. So, shortly then after, she went to Sweden to meet Robin. She says that things were still hard because she was playing a character, not a clown. She was not living her truth, and she wanted to live her truth. So then proceeds on, she decides to move to Sweden permanently to live with Robin. Shortly then after, they got married. She kept trying to renovate herself, but she says she was still not being the person that she felt she should be or wanted to be, and nothing made her happy. So, she decides that she is going to shave her head and feels freedom, after she shaved her head. Went through a series of different wigs, which gave her different things. She said she wanted to get Robin's attention. The red wig, she felt like a devoted Christian, but then she says she changed herself, and then the evolution of Little Lunchbox began. After Little Lunchbox shaved her head, she just each day began putting on clown makeup, just being the persona, being the person that she always wanted to be. But of course, society, people looked at that. So, of course, with being on YouTube, being on different platforms, you're going to get, as she would say, claters. I mean, this girl has a lingo that is like no other. Honey, it doesn't matter what she says, she throws the C in somewhere. Clappy, but anyways, so many claters started coming to the scene. And as you guys know, I thought this was interesting. We are called the hater community. So I thought this was very interesting that, but it's really sad, I guess. We're going to get back on the story, but I want to make like a point here, kind of why I kind of felt like the story kind of went, with what, it kind of intrigued me, I guess you could say. It was like I said, first I was like, this girl is a real troll. And then the more I started digging deep, it was like, I really feel like this girl is lost. I really, I've said this before, that mental health is such a stigma that, you have people that'll say, oh, you're crazy, or, just suck it up. Life's not that hard. And different people feel different things and go, not everybody can suck it up per per se, or, you know, one person can brush a situation off, whereas it affects everyone different. So as I dug more into this, like I said, I found a girl that, you know, was just lost, you know, but she really, really started suffering. Well, she clearly always suffered with depression and stuff. So, basically, it was like she was going to counseling and therapy, and then this is all proclaims that she couldn't pay for counseling, therapy, you know, etc. So she moves she moves to Sweden and gets married, like I said, reinvents herself, shaves her head, and then the evolution of Little Lunchbox. Robin cheats on her. Robin, I think this affected her too. Robin, these are all alleged things, like I say. She proclaims Robin was putting things in her food, monitoring her bedtime, you know, basically controlling her. It just became a very toxic relationship. Robin cheats on her. A lot of people, you know, wondered, I noticed, was this all staged? Was this real? I do believe, maybe some, because she does meet, you know, who Robin is hanging out with, maybe some of the things, but I do allegedly think, you know, that he cheated, and things really go downhill. Everything starts to go down for her, you know, people on YouTube, just her real life, the things with Robin. So she decides to go back to America and really had a hard time, and her parents just basically, you can tell in the videos that they're not down with the clown foolery at all. Robin then decides that he wants to join the lifestyle, and he wants her back, and sends her a video. So therefore, she moves back to Sweden, tells her parents, you know, that she's leaving, and her parents say, you know, we don't want to be a part of this foolery, this drama, you know, Robin needs an award for, you know, dealing with this clownery. Now, do I think that it's, you know, dress however you want, be you? Do I think that Little Lunchbox definitely needs to work on herself to be self-sufficient? I noticed that a lot of people were calling her, you know, basically kind of like a freeloader, you know, you're living off Robin, you're living here and there, and I'm not condoning, you know, but I do think sometimes when people hit rock bottom, they do need a pick-me-up, and when you have, you know, you really got to be a strong person to, you know, as you guys know, I had a rough day, we're not going to get into that yesterday, but you know, you really have to be a strong person to do this. This isn't for everyone. You know, you get the good, you get the bad, you get everything in between, you know. But I, you know, with somebody wearing, you know, makeup things every day, and somebody coming to that channel not knowing her background, it's got to be frustrating. You know, oh, you're a weirdo, you're a freak, etc., things like that. So anyways, she decides to go back to Sweden with Robin. It doesn't work out clearly. A lot of people I noticed said, you know, don't go back there. You guys are toxic for each other. I noticed a quote that, I don't know if she wrote it, somebody else wrote it, but I kept seeing this quote pop up, and it said, "Poor is the man whose pleasures depend on the permission of another." So it's like, take on to that, but I kept noticing this quote popping up, and it was like, "Poor is the man whose pleasures depend on the purpose of another." So, like I said, it was like, take that how you will. You can take that in many different things. But like I said, gathering all this together, I really feel that Little Lunchbox is missing some kind of, well, she's definitely, you know, can tell, missing some kind of happiness. And, you know, there's a void in her life she really needs. And that's what a lot of people I noticed too said, you know, focus on your arts, focus, but, you know, you have to be, you know, self-sufficient. You know, we know if you're struggling mentally, you know, get help. And that's the thing, like I said, too, is, you know, I don't know if Little Lunchbox will ever see this, but Little Lunchbox, there's so many different programs. You know, I'm going to get to where Little Lunchbox is. Little Lunchbox is back in Clamerica, as she would say, America. there's nothing wrong with getting help. And like I said, she was going to counseling before, but said they couldn't afford it. I know depending which state you're in, there's different programs. Reach out. There's nothing wrong with being different, but you have to try and focus on you instead of, building this character to the world. Have fun with it, build your character, but, you have to worry about you and your mental health, basically is number one. So basically now, present day, about a month ago, Little Lunchbox formally moved to a place that we know another dweller lives. Little Lunchbox has moved to Kentucky with one of her Lunchables, a fan, and seems to be doing a little bit better from what I gather. She seems to be in a better headspace. So I thought. So, present day a month ago, let's just see what Little Lunchbox has to say. And basically what I'm getting to with all this is, you never really, I've said this before many, many times, and so many people are so quick to judge another. You never know what that person is going through. You never know what they've been, past trauma, future, present, and like I always say, don't judge a book by its cover. And, I seen, like I said, I almost did it because I'm like, is this girl trolling? You know what I mean? Like, what is this? And like I said, the music video, what she says in it, if you do go watch it, Little Lunchbox definitely needs to apologize for that. I don't condone any kind of behavior like that, like I was saying. Whatever you're going through, what Little Lunchbox said was not cool in any shape, way, or form. I'm going to grab one of these, and these are great, you guys. Seriously, these are super good. None of this is ever sponsored, so shoot me a thumbs up. Like I said, no mean-spirited comments towards Little Lunchbox. Even if you watch the video, know that she's struggling with something. No, I don't condone it, and I never would condone somebody saying that to another person, but let's see where Little Lunchbox is a month ago in the last video she put up.
Hey, so,
Hold on.
I'm having a really hard time right now. Hey, so, I'm having a really hard time right now, and, sorry. Hold on a second, TV's going on.
It gets really shifty, but hold on. It gets really shifty, but then, okay.
I can handle all the mean comments. I don't know. I always could. But lately I just feel kind of broken. I feel like everything I say is wrong. I feel like my problems are belittled and, looked down upon. I feel like I'm being gaslit and manipulated. And I just feel broken.
Now, let's pause right here. Like I said, Little Lunchbox has definitely done a couple shady things out here on the wild land of YouTube. But I just wanted you to, like I said, it's so this girl is kind of, definitely, like I said, there's things that Little Lunchbox has done that I truly don't agree with. The song that she made, I don't agree with what she said. And I do, Little Lunchbox, I know you'll probably never see this, but even though it's been a while ago, you should truly apologize to that person. Tit for tat doesn't make anything better. And I can tell you that per se. But let's listen to what Little Lunchbox has to say and see how sometimes that, the wild land of YouTube can't be such a pleasant place. And, it's sometimes just good to take a step back because you never know what somebody's going through. They may put this stuff out here, and like I said, not condoning the terrible things, but, I noticed just in the comments, just even people, just because she wears some face paint and outlandish clothes, let's get at it.
I haven't felt this bad in a really long time. I created this page because I just wanted to make people clappy and I wanted to make myself.
And guys,
better.
her volume is rough. I'll just tell you, I've got it turned all. Let me double check. Yeah, I've got it turned all the way up, but I'm really hoping you guys can hear.
Like venting, and nothing really feels worth it anymore. Part of me wants to just like pick up and go somewhere else, go on a road trip cross country. Another part of me just wants to lie in bed forever and feel sorry for myself. Part of me feels like I'll never be clappy no matter where I am, what I do.
Time it. So clappy means happy. Like I said, with the lingo is it's got C's attached. So little lunchbox, here is my words of wisdom to you. I know if you never see this or somebody's struggling going through this, I suffer from depression, anxiety, like I said, panic attacks, etc. You know, former addict, you guys know that, but I'm saying if anybody's new, you can't run from your problems. That's kind of something that I've seen little lunchbox. Well, I'm going to go here and it's going to be better. I'm going to go here and it's going to be better. Well, I'm going to go over here. I used to play that game too of running, but when you're dealing with issues and dealing with certain things, those issues still come with you. Just because you move to a different state, different country, those issues still are within you. So they still, you can pack your bags, but they're still coming with you. So, you know, anybody that's dealing with something like that, you know, yeah, the sunshine's great in different states and, you know, the beach is an amazing place, but it'll make you happy for a minute. And I've been there, done that. But you really have to work on you and your deep-rooted issues to, you know, feel better and really dig down and see. There's nothing wrong with, you know, wearing makeup, being a clown, dressing up. You know, be you, do you. But at the end of the day, you don't want to cover up a facade, you know. And as I could tell too, even when she was wearing the makeup, she was still unhappy. She was still sad. So it's like she was painting a facade. I do think the makeup and her little, you know, her, what am I saying here? Her aesthetics, you know, I think she likes it. She has a little following, you know, and it's definitely different, you know, it's definitely, you know, she's came up with her own little thing, and, you know, but at the end of the day, you got to work out you, and then everything else will come into place. So, let's get back to it here.
Maybe it is me. I really don't think so, though. I think it sucks that when, in life, you really do gotta kind of look out for number one, or you just get screwed. I believe life is all about helping people. But
life is life.
When I say clown oppression is real, I just mean anybody who doesn't fit like the normal, whatever normal is, mold of how you're supposed to be in society. You could be a goth, you could be even a clucking furry, just...
Something I noticed something I noticed is she's got a thing for furries. She's not a big fan of the furries. Let's just say that's another thing I noticed. So, you know, she must be down and out here to say so. She's not a big fan of the furries. I noticed. That's one thing I did notice during the way.
Someone who just is looked down upon because they're unconventional or whatever. Everybody was really nice to me and they thought I was just like a Stepford wife. I was clearly a shell of a person, and they were still like cheering me on because I looked normal. I feel like I'm a shell of a person now because I feel like I can't do anything right. I feel like if I say how I really feel, it's bad. Like it's like used against me. I wanted to do things to like be helpful, and I feel like I've made everything worse, and I feel like I am an idiot for thinking that things were just going to get better just because I went to a different location. I feel broken.
So I'm glad to hear her say that. Like I said, that was a big step for her because she used to flip-flop back and forth, like I said. So we're going to watch a couple minutes of this, and you guys can clearly tell that she's very depressed, she's very broken, and, you know, like I said, you know, let's just watch a little bit more, and then we'll get to the end of all this.
I feel worthless. drinking or something. Or...
I think that is an absolute bad idea. I do not advise anyone to get in the car with a stranger. I know a lot of you guys are my age, a little bit younger, older that watch me. I know you guys know that, but I'm just saying this, is covering a different person, so never know who we might come across, covering. But do not ever, ever get in the car with a stranger. Negative. Don't do it. I think here again, we heard little Lunchbox say she can't run from her problems. But a couple sentences later, she wants to go on a road trip, wants to, get in a car with a stranger. Not a good idea. At all.
I don't really know. Maybe some showgirls vibes.
There you go.
I just feel kind of...
And let me say this. I do feel like little Lunchbox, I mean... With the right acting training and she does seem like she wants to be an entertainer. You can truly tell that when she's doing her thing, like I said, it was a little strange to me at first, but I do think that is her calling. I do think she entertains, she's quirky, she's definitely got her own lingo, and I think that entertaining does make her happy from what I've seen. And I think that could be her calling. I do think that, little Lunchbox definitely needs some kind of, she was filling the void before with Robin. Obviously that didn't work. Now we're back to square one. And, I think that little Lunchbox really needs to find something that makes her happy, via not being a person, not finding, another boyfriend, another lover, etc., whatever the case may be, another person. Find something that truly makes her happy. Her calling, per se.
Explain in detail, like, why I feel so bad, because, like, it's really not important. But I'm just really tired of being treated like shit for things that I don't think I deserve to be treated like shit for. Have a blessed day. Don't let the glitters get you down. I feel bad, but I feel hopeful. I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. I think I got people to think about why they believe certain things, why they feel like being normal is more important than being clappy, how people just act like mental health is just like a character flaw as opposed to like, yeah, people who are sick need help, and it's not an excuse to treat people poorly, but sometimes people just need help. They don't need to be belittled and berated. And I think I got a lot of people to think about things differently. People have told me that I have helped them think differently in a good way. And
okay, guys, we're gonna not make this 1,000,000 hours long, but I think you guys, like I said, little Lunchbox has definitely done some terrible things. I think that's any excuse? No. Do I think that little Lunchbox, if she hasn't already, like I said, I don't know, should apologize? Excuse me, for what she said to the persons, to the people in the video, most definitely. I guess really the basis of this story is even I today made caramel apples. The candy apples didn't turn out. We couldn't get the candy figuration right. It was just too liquidy, but I know in our community, we see things of this, and, people say that I'm guilty of this. I probably have been. And, we do critiques over here. We do reacts, but I do have to set back sometimes. And I'm guilty of this too, before, whose clan comes over and says, well, I'm guilty of this too, but I try not to call names, I try not to call people, out for being different. I know that this is a fickle subject, for the people that we react to, and the conversations that we have on this channel. Like I've said before, it's not, I know somebody's probably come across this and it's like, oh, you react to a lot of bigger women. Well, I've said this before, the bigger women that we react to, we react to their personality, their actions, things like this. But do I think it's okay for somebody to, because of their, and like I said, Little Lunchbox has definitely done her fair share of things, but I think that a lot of the things that I've seen, you know, you're weird, you know, because you were American. And Little Lunchbox is very quirky. She's definitely not for everybody. At first, I was confused, you know. But I do think that sometimes we, even me, have to take a step back and, you know, say, what is this person going through? You know, what is, you know, what's going on behind closed doors that we don't see? You know, maybe sometimes just, you know, sometimes not even judge a book by its cover, just by what somebody's wearing, or, you know, so quick, I guess I want to say, to type something and, oh, I don't like what you got on, or, you know, that's ugly, or etc. Here's a baby dog. Come here, Mr. Pig. So, I don't know, guys. I know this is kind of probably not for everyone, and, like I said, you know, it's quite an interesting thing, even for me, that, you know, yesterday was an interesting day. We're not going to get into that. You know, people saying I'm out for attention, out for clout, and it's just, people are so quick. Hey, quit. You can't have grapes. People are so quick to judge without really getting to know somebody, or really, you know, just, I don't know, it's such, the internet is such a fickle place, and it's not for everyone, like I said. And I really had to take a step back, you know, make some caramel apples with my family today, and just kind of breathe, you know, and see where I wanted to go. You know, how was I going to take this? You know, was I going to feed off of it and, you know, let the inner anger take over me? Or was I going to try, you know, the old me would have been like, it's on and popping. Let's do this. You're not going to call me names, you know. Do I think we're out the water with this situation? No. But let's not feed it. Let's not fuel it. Let's try and leave it alone, because I hate to say that it's going to come back on me. And I do enjoy making videos for you guys. I do enjoy being here with you. I'm not gonna, you know, I've already apologized. We know that. But go read my community tab and you'll see I don't think this is over, unfortunately. Look at my community tab and look at the pinned comment. I'm just gonna say that. We're not gonna get into it. But, you know, that's kind of when I kind of went through this, and I was like, you know what story are we going to do tonight? Let's do something different. Everybody's missing in action. You know, our two special, you know, characters made a video making a kitty litter cake. There's obviously music all through it, so we don't want to mess with that. Plus, I wanted to let the coals on the fire chill with that, if you know what I mean. But unfortunately, I don't think this is over, and I did make a mistake, but it seems like some people just can't let things go. And I'm not a jealous person. I'm not a person that has ever been, you know, one to be jealous or obsessed with anyone. I try to humble myself and be myself, and that is the first thing that I always told myself when I got on here was, I'm not going to paint a facade, I'm not going to be a puppet on a string and say what people want me to say. I'm going to say what I feel. Yes, it could be right, yes, it could be wrong, but I'm not going to make this character of what people want me to be. I'm going to speak my mind, I'm going to be me, I'm going to do me, and that's what we're going to continue to do. So, I love you guys. I'm going to leave you with that message tonight. I know this video was a little bit off, kind of different, you know, a different little thing out here in YouTube land, but like I said, I just wanted to take a step back from some of the other things that we looked at, and really there's nothing shaking in the community. You know, the last couple of days have been a real, you know, uproar a little bit through everything. You know, I want to thank everyone for your lovely comments, your motivating, your, you know, keep doing this, you're good, don't be down on yourself. Thank you everyone for, you know, really sticking with me. Thank you everybody that's new. Like I said, none of this was my intentions to gain new people. I really want to thank Roger, Devil's Rejects, Melissa the Boomer, Callie Life of a Free Spirit. I did go through these channels, and some people made the video before they knew what happened, and I never wanted. So thank you guys. Thanks for everybody new. Thank you for my OGs, and I have a great night. And we're gonna have Halloween, guys, so The show's going on as usual. Have a great day, great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. The show must go on, and Halloween is around the bend. I think we're going to do a full taste test after this tonight. Maybe do something a little bit lighter. I know stuff like that's not for everybody, but if you're bored, check it out. We're going to try some fall treats. On that note, I'll see you later. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. If I don't see you for the fall taste test, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Hater Halloween. Have a great day, great night. Night, guys. Kai out.